The last sermon I preached was on money. And pastors get squirrely when they talk about money, and people get squirrely when they hear pastors are going to talk about money. And so what we did is we just kind of talked about all the reasons why we don't like to talk about money. And at one point, we kind of talked about that we just kind of love money too much, that just money kind of owns us. And I was thinking about that. The Bible says, that the love of money causes problems. Jesus says you can't love God and money. But how do we know? How do we know if we're out of balance? We've got a wrong approach towards money. And there's kind of three things that I think that we can ask ourselves to find out if we're out of balance. And that's kind of one of the things we talked about in this week's sermon. What you're about to see is a clip from a sermon I just recently gave on money. What I'd like for you to do is watch it, and then I'm going to come back and ask you a couple questions. And I would just love for us to interact about this clip and the questions afterwards.
A few principles, kind of like ideas that answer the question, how do I know? How do I know if I've gone too far? And so we kind of got three things here I'd like for you to take note of. The first one is it causes you to neglect your relationship with God. If your pursuit of money is keeping you from worshiping God, you've got problems. It's keeping you from coming to church as much as you feel like you should. It's keeping you from really connecting with God throughout the day. It's keeping you, even when you're supposedly connecting with God, from really being able to focus. Because I can't get my mind off that next call that I need to make, that next deal that I need to make. I can't stop thinking about money, even when I'm supposed to be focusing on God. If you find yourself in that kind of a situation, then I believe you've gone too far and you're out of balance as far as making God more important than money.
I know money can be kind of a tricky subject. We can be sensitive. But I'd love for us to interact about this and hear your perspective on when you feel like you get out of balance with money. Does it come between you and God? And if so, in what ways? And if so, how do you overcome that? Let's talk about it. Follow me at twitter.com/cloften. That's Loften. You can find me on Facebook and give me your thoughts about whether or not money is a hindrance for you in your relationship with God and how you can prevent money from coming between you and God.